60 and 101.1 FM. So we've been telling you all morning long, and actually for a portion of yesterday as well, that we have this very special guest and a very special announcement having to do with the Feel the Love, celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert, which is coming December 16th to the Kovalchick complex, presented by S&T Bank, which has been on board for every single one of these.
Here's our guest.
Taylor. Yeah. Rob Jorgensen from S&T Bank. And people can't wait to hear you,
I'm
Rob.
sure.
Mark Burdig in the studio. Rob Jorgensen from S&T Bank. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you both with us here today. Mark?
And our special guest, of course, we're not revealing who it is until he or she is here. So I almost said until he's here. Okay, I'll give you that hint.
Bit of a delay. Delay.
They're on their way. Mm-hmm. That's show business. We've been through it with athletes when they're supposed to arrive. Rob, you've been through that, right? With sure. Jerome Bettis, maybe not always punctual. Yeah, so it makes you nervous. And when you're on show business on this end of things, timing is important. But that's okay. We understand. Yeah. And they will be here. But I thought it was an opportunity because our schedules have conflicted when we had the Teddy Bear Fund Drive kickoff and when we had B.C. Taylor on the air via phone link. Rob had meetings, so I invited him over today for today's special announcement, and at the same time wanted to thank you and everybody at S&T, Todd Bryce and the entire team, for your presenting sponsorship of the concert coming up very quickly, isn't it, on December 16th. And Rob, it was you, 2011, I think, when we first broached the idea, and it came to Indiana. The B.E. Taylor Christmas concert did in 2012. Without your belief and the belief of the bank that we could make this work for the Teddy Bear Fund Drive, we wouldn't be standing here today. And here we are in 2018, unfortunately, after B.E.'s passing a couple of years ago, and B.C. bringing the concert back, and you were back with us, and we can't thank you enough.
Yeah, we're happy to be back. We're happy that the concert is coming back. I can't believe it's been that long, Mark, but you had a heavy hand in bringing this back and continuing the concert. And so, us at S&T, we're excited about the concert. We're excited about BC coming and entertaining us and the special guest announcement here today. But we're happy to support the Teddy Bear Fund Drive and Children's Hospital, and just happy that we can support the community. And just want to encourage everyone there's still tickets available. So please buy your tickets and support a great cause, and have a great evening. Yeah,
there are tickets in all three categories. We're pleased with the progress of the sales, but certainly there's several hundred still available. But don't wait. We would like for you to get them early. Takes a little bit of stress off me, too.
That's
that
right.
Way. Yeah.
Right.
So,
sure.
Get your tickets now, and we've been telling you about the box office hours from 10 a.m. to 5:30, Monday through Friday, and from 10 to 4 on Saturdays, and online at iuptix.com. That's iuptix.com. I heard Denise Liggett, Todd, on earlier in the morning. I guess it was last hour. Denise, thank you again for providing the glow sticks, the Indiana County Tourist Bureau. That always adds a lot, doesn't it?
It does, for sure.
Yeah.
And I didn't get to thank S&T Bank, and I do. We thank you as a strong community and appreciate all that you do with the sponsorship, and thank you again for stepping up for this. And yeah, as I said, the glow sticks are on order, so we want to see that whole arena filled. So thank you again.
Oh, you're welcome, Denise. Thank you. And the glow sticks make for a special evening. I'm glad we're doing that again.
Rob, for the S&T family, of course, this is always a special occasion. And just Denise being here and all of the others who are involved, S&T as the presenting sponsor, to see the community come together as they do for the Feel the Love concert talks not only about how people love to be entertained at Christmas time by this amazing concert, but about the fact that it really is about the Teddy Bear Fund Drive and the children and the health of the children of Indiana County.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really it's a great cause for us to support. We're involved in a lot of things in the community. Think back to September when we were here for the Power Pack event, and now we get to do the Children's Hospital and the Teddy Bear Fund Drive. I just think it's a great cause, and we're happy to do it. We have great employees that get behind this. They buy tickets, they support it, they volunteer, and we're happy to support this concert. And the community of Indiana is great too. They support all these things, and there's no shortage of needs. So it's nice that we can support this one in particular.
Yeah, we're understanding, Mark, that our guest has arrived. in the building yet?
He has
Oh,
arrived.
there he is.
Yeah, I think he was in the studio not too long ago.
Yeah,
right?
indeed was. All right,
So,
let's pull the microphone down for him. There we go. He's not quite the height of Rob Jorgensen.
no.
And Mark, would you like to introduce him?
I will, and then I'll step out of the way, and we'll get his instructor and manager, Kaiwan Choi from IUP, involved with this interview. We're honored to add an element to the show. I was just about to say the Indiana County Voices of Christmas. I heard from Shalise Stolars, and Kaiwan, I understand you saw Shalise last night, right? So they're going to kick things off at 6:15 or thereabouts, our pre-concert show, which has been a hit. The Teddy Bear Fund Drive's always been about kids helping kids. So back in 2012, we were just talking about that. It was important for us to have that element. And so they're back. There'll be choral students from around the county that Shalise is organizing. And then, before B.C. Taylor and all the guys take to the stage for the Feel the Love concert, we are proud to announce that we have this young phenom with us, Adrian Matthew, who is a 9th grade student at Blairsville, 14 years young, right? Mm-hmm. I say 14 years young when you're as old as I am, Adrian. But Todd, you know the story. I'm going to let you go through it. It's amazing what this young man's been through in such a few short weeks, really, even though it goes back a little bit longer than that. And he was on Broadway, 3 million YouTube views, the whole 9 yards. And he's going to be performing an opening act, if you will, prior to BC taking the stage. And you're going to be blown away out there, listeners. So you got to get those tickets and come see this young man as well. So we're going to have a full night of entertainment.
You bet. Adrian, good morning.
Good morning.
You're a regular on the show now, huh?
Yes.
He's a regular guest here on Indiana in the Morning. We're going to start paying you, and you can come in the early morning and cover the news for us.
That's good, yeah.
It is so good to have you in the studio with us again in an entirely different way than the last time when you visited as part of the Blairsville school contingent. Mark mentioned, this has been just a snowball effect. It's gone downhill so fast in a good way, just like a snowball. And it builds and it builds and it builds. And rather than me tell the story, you tell the story of the way this video took off and the way that it has taken you with it in the momentum of it.
All right, well, let me start from the very beginning. So I was working on a song, the She Used to Be Mine from Waitress, and it was just in voice lessons at first. And then we decided to record a video. So we were recording, and my mom, like just being a regular stage mom, was recording it with her phone. And she decided to post it on Facebook for her friends. And not thinking it would go as viral as it did, all her friends were viewing it and asked her to make it public. And then they started sending it to their friends, and their friends sent it to their friends. And it just went really, really crazy and just made all my dreams come true, actually. So
yeah. And you're truncating this story. It's just amazing. You end up going to Broadway at a special invitation and with a special sponsorship of a new friend.
Yes. So as the video made it to I think 1 million views, 1.5 million, there were some celebrities, the big names being like Zach Braff and Betsy Wolfe, tweeting about it and tagging Sarah Bareilles, who wrote the song and all the music for Waitress. And Zach Braff had offered us to come out to New York, and following that, he offered to pay for me to go to a Broadway camp in New York for a month in June. And when we got to New York, it was surreal because, I mean, there were all these big people and all these famous people that wanted to meet me, and I would be like, no, I want to meet you, but he took me to go see shows, and really, I think he's been the biggest supporter through this whole journey. Yeah.
And so you're there. You get to actually come up on stage and sing with that cast around you. Was that intimidating at all?
That was very intimidating because we got there. I got to meet Sarah and the cast, and I got to have a moment with Sarah and sing with her. And Miss Kay brought up, hey, how about we sing on the stage later, when everyone's home, just us in front of the cast. And so they were like, oh, well, we can probably work that out. So we watched the first act of the show. At intermission, they come to us and they say, hey, we're going to have you sing at the end of the night. And me, I'm like, oh no. And at that moment, I was just thinking it was going to be in front of the cast. And I was like, do you mean like in front of the cast, or do you mean like in front of the entire audience? They're like, in front of the audience. And I was like, oh no. So like it got higher from there. But I was very, very nervous. I mean, I feel like everybody would be. But as soon as I got on the stage, like with anything that I do on stage, I jump right into character and I just sang the song.
Whole different world, isn't it? It absolutely is. And so you've done this. It's amazing. You probably think, well, it's not going to get any better than this. You're preparing to come home, and then there's a knock on the door.
Yes. So that morning, last night, I'm like, okay, I got all my stuff ready to leave. So I go to sleep thinking, oh, I can sleep in. And so Miss K, I hear a knock on the door, and I'm not getting up as all teenagers would. They're like, I don't want to go or do anything this right now. But Miss K comes in, she's like, Al Roker wants you to be on the Today Show. And I'm like fast asleep. And once I actually finally woke up, everybody's rushing around. So I start rushing around and we get all our stuff packed up. And they send a car to get us and bring us to the studios. I think it was the Comcast building where they film it. Yeah. And and we got there, and the producer was waiting in the lobby for us. They were all expecting us, so we got like our name tags. We went straight up to the studio. I got my own dressing room, which was really, really cool. On the break, Al Roker came, and he was saying hi to me, and finally they started there were like producers like putting mics on everybody, and everybody was getting ready for the next segment, and then it started, and I was on TV, so...
So you've mentioned her a couple of times.
Yes.
And she's standing right beside you now. She's been here before, too, haven't you?
Hi.
Yeah, it's good to have you back in the
Thank
studio.
you.
Kaiwan Choi is with us. IUP Community Music School. Adrian, that's where you met up with her?
Actually, she was the choreographer. So last year we did Shrek the Musical at our school.
Okay.
And she was the choreographer for that. And originally, whenever we started like dance auditions, I thought she didn't like me. But little did I know little did I know she thought I was very, very talented. And when I auditioned in front of her, she even said to me, she goes, I think you're going to go places. And now I'm here.
Yeah.
And I think that it just kind of grew from Shrek, because my mom was talking to her during Shrek and was like, where can I find a music teacher, a voice teacher? And she was recommending all these people, but little did we all know that she would be my voice teacher now and probably in the future. So
Well, let's say hello to her again. Good morning again.
Good morning.
It's good to have you back with us. So tell us about this young man and how this relationship developed. And obviously, you see something in him that is a very rare talent, isn't it?
I mean, listen, you could be deaf, blind, and mute and see the talent in him. I went to Blairsville to be the choreographer. He came to audition, and like he said, but he was amazing from the second I met him. I went to his mother at the end of the day and said, this kid, if he has it, whatever that is, and I've only seen it a couple times in my life where it's been it. As a matter of fact, the first time I said that, his name is Kevin Clay, and he's actually the lead Elder Price on Broadway right now in the Book of Mormon.
Oh, yeah.
So like there's an it factor, and Adrian has it. And I said, if he wants to do this for his life, you should foster it because he has it. And so she was talking to me about lessons, but then I encouraged him and some other members of that cast to join the community music school choir that I'm the director of, which was why I was here last time. And they did. So we got to work together, and I could just see in him, not just his singing ability, which I think you can see, but it's really his acting ability that is making people feel that outpouring of emotion in the songs that he's singing. It's his acting, which is really amazing.
Yeah.
And we've been working together. We're now family friends. And this past fall, I wanted to enter him into a competition. So we were talking about some songs to use and creating a video. And here it is, The Waitress. The video that you've now seen, which was not meant to go viral. We didn't record it to put it on a YouTube channel to promote him or anything. We literally were in the choir room at IUP at a voice lesson, and his mom came in on her phone, and it's the power of the internet, really.
It wasn't the Bobcat Duds?
Oh my gosh, it was the sweetest thing.
The Bobcat Dads, I think that's what did it.
Yeah.
I know Jeff Wacker. I saw Jeff Wacker. There's
Yay.
Jeff over there in the corner. He thinks this is the greatest thing for the IUP Community Music School in history.
Absolutely. I think it's I think the music school is an amazing vehicle for this community for sure, because people like Adrian who get to do choir at school but don't get to really see a lot of other students. Like we said when I was here before, he's gotten to draw experience from other kids from other areas in the school, and we also have these opportunities like where the community music school choir is going to Pittsburgh to perform with Bell Arte Ensemble in a couple of weeks. Just the opportunities as a school, as a music school and a choir, have been really great for Adrian and for the other kids singing in that group.
Adrian, what has that meant to you?
Well, like how she said, like I get to meet other kids in school choir. It's just like, it's my friends, so we learn the music and we get along, and it's kind of like the same routine every year. But doing choir with the Crimson Youth Choir, it's just a lot of fun meeting other people. And there's one song that particularly touches all of our hearts, and we all have like a moment together in that song, and it's just really great because we all get to share something that we don't have outside of choir.
Yeah. And now you're going to be a part of the Feel the Love concert, celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert.
Yes.
Do you have a big catalog of Christmas songs in your repertoire?
Yes.
You do? I don't know how far I should push this, Mark. How far should I push this to say, what are you going to be doing that night? Keep it a secret.
It's your show, Todd.
Keep it keep it a secret. But give us a hint.
Here's the big one. I'm doing All I Want Is You by Mariah Carey.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if you've seen the video, you can imagine him singing that song. So that's going to be a great song.
Well, Mariah just put out one last night of her in her car with her two daughters in the back seat singing the background for it. You could probably do all the parts at once. But that'll be coming up on December the 16th. It means so much to us, and it's good. John Smathers is here somewhere, our digital manager, and John sort of cued us in on all of this and how wonderful it would be, and we're so glad that it can work out and that you can be a part of this. So as all of the accolades have come in, you got to keep your head on your shoulders and be a school student still, don't you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Is that a difficult thing?
I mean, the first couple days back, it was kind of difficult because it was like the buzz of the school. But after like a week or two, it died down. I mean, my head was still reeling, but I think I hide it very well. I feel like, when I'm at school, I think about school. When I'm with Miss K, I think about music and such. So, I mean, it's the same old me. I'm sure I had a viral video, but like, as Miss K said earlier, I still keep my clothes on the floor, so.
Much to the consternation of everybody around you, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you can still be a kid and still be someone with great aspirations. I'm sure you have thought about how far this can take you, but it really is an open book, isn't it? It's just kind of hard to know exactly how high this star is going to go, and you just have to ride the wave, see where it takes you. Are you going to continue with the community music school and with wherever it takes you through your school career?
Oh, yes. I really, really love our music program because it's all my friends, and we all bond through musicals, and that's really where I kind of started. Because the first musical that I guess you could say debuted in was Oliver, and I originally told my mom, I was like, hey, I don't really want to get a big part. I think I'm just going to try to get the ensemble part. And then I auditioned and I got the lead, and then I really fell in love with musicals, and any part I get, I'm content with, and I really love it because the dancing and the music and the singing and the acting, I love it.
Sarah's song, which has been seen by several 100 million people by now. Talk about that song, why it means so much to you.
I don't think that it means so much to me as it means to other people, just because many people don't think that just because I'm a young 14-year-old boy that I could pull off a song like that. And with that show, I feel like many women relate to it in so many different ways. And to see this 14-year-old boy, like, not relate to it, but express it in a way that they can relate and be inspired by I feel like it's really amazing, and that I can affect so many people.
Yeah. Kaiwan Choi. You're right. This is a pretty special talent
He
here, but
is.
it's packaged in a very special young man too, isn't it?
Yes, I mean, he's really humble, given as much as that's happened to him. I mean, his mother and I, it's a really great balance because she stays mom and I stay business, which is really great for him. So she tells him to pick up his clothes and I tell him to rehearse. So like it's two different worlds, and he is really professional when it comes to me and really teenager when it comes to her. So he's very grounded and really talented and has goals. He works hard to achieve those goals. He doesn't rest on his talent. He, like he said to me in the car, can we rehearse tomorrow? Like he has a desire to be excellent himself. And it's just really, and he's got a really great GPA at school, and he's on the varsity cheer squad, and he's in the marching band. I mean, he is extraordinary. And for him to say, I definitely still want to be in the school musical, and I still want to come to the youth choir. These are things that he could absolutely write off because he's too busy. And he's still committed to his friends. He still plays video games. He still hangs out with his sister and his dog, and just a great kid. And so I know he'll go far because his talent will get him in the door, but I think his personality will keep people hiring him.
Adrian Matthew is going to be one of the performers at the S&T Bank, as S&T Bank presents the Feel the Love celebrating a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert. Adrian, thanks so much for doing this and for coming in to visit with us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, we appreciate it so very, very much. Kaiwan, thank you
You're
as
welcome.
well.
Thanks.
Thanks to Rob Jorgensen from S&T Bank and for the S&T Bank family, everything that they're doing. Denise Liggett from the Tourist Bureau. I have to go on my tiptoes to see up over the monitor, but there you are. This is going to be a special night. By the way, the Kovalchick Complex box office opens at 10 o'clock this morning, and you can get your tickets for the Feel the Love concert. It's December the 16th. Adrian will be there. Mark, anything you want to add as we close the segment here this morning? Because this has really been a special time for us, and just enjoyed it so much.
Well, I just want to say a big thank you, Kaiwan. I feel like we've known each other for a long time, and we've talked a lot the past few weeks, and that's the first time, including the night of the holiday parade here. So we're excited, Adrian. We're excited to have you. I can't wait. You sure you don't want to reveal another secret or two on what you're going to be performing? You're going to keep it a secret. So we want you to come out and enjoy a fantastic evening of entertainment, starting with the choral students from Marion Center and other schools too, and Adrian right before BC. Have you seen any clips of a BC or formerly a B.E. Taylor Christmas concert?
I have not, but I'm going to go home and watch all of them.
Okay, yeah, it's a fun show. I think you're going to like it. There's a lot of serious parts and some soft music, stuff that gets not real edgy, but there's some comedy parts that I was telling Miss Kay about. So we're looking forward to a big night. Rob, I think this is going to be a great addition to the show.
Yeah. Before you guys leave, Mark, I'll tell you this, and you can actually get it for them. Back in my office on the file cabinet where all the books are stacked.
Todd Marino bobblehead?
Yeah.
No.
Very close.
Oh, gosh.
Very close. There's a box there with an autographed B.E. Taylor Christmas concert DVD, and there's several in there.
Okay.
So make sure he has one before he leaves. He can watch the whole concert.
Yeah, I will do that from Heinz Hall. Yeah.
Beautiful.
Thanks, Todd. I know we blew your format apart.
Yeah, well, we're pretty well wrecked, but that's okay. It's worth it. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM, 836. Chuck Clark is coming along. He's going to do a very abbreviated news, and we've got Amanda Augustine from the Institute for Healthy Living coming in our next half hour.